What's up, guys? Mirror Gaming, you're back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Shadow Ranger Basilisk. He's going to be coming tonight with the Heroic Summoning event, and the question is he even going to be worth using? I feel like the majority of the time when we look at these non-Transcendence heroes, we kind of hope and dream about what they can be as a Transcendence hero, but what does the actual hero have for uses in the early game? Now, this hero has some really unique abilities, being able to always guarantee a crit with their active ability. However, it feels like survivability wise, this hero is lacking. So let's go over the backstory. Let's show you guys the hero and talk about skills and see, hey, maybe is this hero even worth building? Alright, so here he is, I'm gonna assume. I don't know. The hero is a Basilisk, and this is a creature prototype of Basilisk is a lizard, but simultaneously possesses technological features. Thus, in a character design, we retain bestial traits such as scales, a long tail, and sharp horns, while incorporating mechanical armor and prosthetic like limbs designs to reflect its modification talent, a fusion with technology. The main color scheme consists of blue and white. I mean, every Shadow hero does, paired with silver and gray metallic features, conveying a sense of technology and speed. Additionally, due to the background of this racer, we customize a sci-fi beast-like motorcycle for him. This streamlined body reduces wind resistance, highlighting the core function of high-speed racing. A thruster installed in the rear implies its evolutionary performance from ground propulsion to aerial transversal, and the vehicle's exclusive emblem enhances the customization's personalization and recognizability, making it a transport tool that rampages through the Shadowlands. So it's interesting here. Of course, we have a couple different designs on this too. I actually wonder, hold on, I think I actually also had an image for you guys. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Basilisk. I kind of trimmed out a version of this too. It looks kind of cool in my opinion. Again, it looks like I missed a couple little things here that I'll have to touch up, but that's pretty cool looking. I like it. He looks pretty awesome. I don't understand the point of the frog, but as far as abilities go, they're kind of interesting here. So starting off, we all know is a Shadow Ranger hero. Typically, Rangers have been pretty strong in this game, but let's talk about the first ability down here. Woola, can you outrun me? Active skill. Deals attack damage to random enemies. Again, the number of enemies is so important on this type of thing. The crit is guaranteed. Prioritizing enemies with top speed duel, which is one of his his skill abilities. If self has a higher speed than the target, additionally deals a certain percentage of the target's max HP damage and has a cap on his attack. So that's really interesting because this hero is all about speed. You want to be the fastest hero on the battlefield, and to be honest, I almost wonder if this hero would be best with the newer artifact, the cape that gives the dodge and everything. That one seems pretty good considering it also gives speed when it's in this deific formation, so kind of good. And then the first passive is going to be a stats, a legally modified engine. I don't know why they broke it and separated into two different ones here, but increases crit damage, attack, damage reduction, and speed. So the fact that he has speed, crit damage, attack, really good. The fact that he has damage reduction as well, that's kind of interesting because a lot of times this would be like control immunity. Maybe they're seeing their ways where every hero that doesn't have damage reduction by like natively on their skills just ends up sucking as a traditional 5-star hero. We'll have to see. But his first ability of basic attack, full speed rampage, says it changes the basic attack to dealing attack damage to enemies with the highest speed. So I mean that probably means the one target with the highest speed, unless everybody on the enemy side has the same exact speed, and then he hits everybody at the same time. So that is a really interesting way about saying it, because it's not saying the enemy with the highest, it's saying enemies with the highest speed. And a lot of times in PvE scenarios, especially like Sealand, that means you're probably going to hit like one, maybe two targets. In rare situations on like Sealand where you're facing the waves that are all the same, that means his basic attack is going to hit all 4 enemies, which is unique and pretty cool. This is going to inflict that skill top speed duel 4 on them for several rounds and increases his self speed even further. Now that skill effect, top speed duel 4, not stackable, just needs to apply one time, and reduces the owner speed for several rounds. The effect is reduced by a certain percentage of the initial value every single round. So it does taper off eventually, but that does mean that he keeps the higher speed, and you want to have the higher speed because that's how you're going to deal additional damage with this hero. So again, having a attack speed stone, having an artifact that has speed, all these things are really important. Granted, things like Rui wouldn't be great because, of course, he doesn't have any CC or anything. But his last passive ability down here, at the beginning of each round, Bluster's Croaking Army, which I guess is the part with the frog here. If Self is the first one to attack among all of your allies, the basic attack or active skill released this time will additionally deal a certain percentage of max HP. Damage to enemies with the highest speed, which has a cap, and will increase all ally speed and crit damage for several rounds. Afterward, inflicts that same top speed duel on a random enemy that doesn't already have it. So even if you're not hitting everybody with their basic attack, this will do it pretty good. So that's at the beginning of every single round, including the beginning of battle. So most likely in the early game, this hero is definitely going to be your fastest hero, which means base attack and active skill release this time will additionally deal damage. So whether he has energy for round 1 or regular, this is a bonus damage on top of what he's already doing. So like, just for example, if he has the highest speed and he has an energy artifact of some sort, he's going to deal damage to enemies where the crit is guaranteed. It's going to hit all the targets that have top speed if they have it. We don't know what happens if they don't have top speed. If nobody has top speed, then maybe, I don't know. Granted, with this ability right here, it's going to inflict it on random enemies without top speed. So at the beginning of the round, no matter what, somebody on the enemy's team is going to have top speed duel, which means you're going to get that additional hit in from this. And then if he is the highest speed on the battlefield, he's going to deal damage to the target, which is interesting, on top of this damage. So his active skill can in reality hit what, 4 times? 3 times? While being the fastest here on the battlefield. The first thing I actually thought of here, like literally the first thing, early game, what are you gonna want to do? I mean, I think we all understand what's gonna happen here, right? You're gonna want an entire team of Rogans on your team to make sure you have the fastest hero, even if they're just 5-star Rogans. Like, they give speed, they give additional crit, they're going to give crit damage. They also have, you know, the ability to let him heal. I think this hero with some Rogans on a team in the very early game could have some pretty good potential for a very budget squad. Now, I think the only issue really comes into play is when you're really pushing difficulty, because when you're able to really push difficulty above where you really should be, the enemies will eventually outspeed you. The second you get through Sealand 20, the other team is going to be faster than you for a good amount of time. Granted, we have ways to become faster a lot easier now than we did in the past, so there is potential that this hero could potentially work. I'm just not 100% sold on it just yet. So I'm thinking maybe of taking that one account that I've had sitting AFK that has a couple thousand scrolls on it, and maybe just making this a new account with him, because beyond that, we also have the tenants here. Not the best, not horrible. Melissa, Arania, Finn, Betty, Trisha Williams. It's not a great crew. I think one of the biggest things that needs a revamp in this game is the tenant system. I think it is way too strict, and it really prevents you from building any new heroes or even new Transcendence heroes because the tenants just suck. So, not sure. Granted, with the Grimoire now, there's less need for like Cloud Island, because Cloud Island is one of the ways you got a lot of stats. Nowadays, Grimoire is just like the powerhouse between that and Treasure Train. So we'll have to see. Let me know what you guys see in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.